Hello everyone, would you like to code your own language translator app in Python? If your answer is yes, then let's get to coding. Firstly, we will install a third-party package named Translators from the command line. And we covered how to install third-party packages in our modules and pip video and Python series. So what we will be doing is using pip install translators command. So you can just copy and paste it and press enter. After your installation is done, you should be seeing a screen like this, and that basically means your installation is complete. Now we can create an app.py on our folder. As you can see, I have already a folder opened up here. Now let's import the translators package into our program. So in order to do that, the common way of importing this package is by using the import translators as TS. Basically, TS is just a shortcut of translators in this case. Then, as any language translator app should have, we will be getting text from the user with the input function. This text will be the text that will be later translating in our program. After this, we will actually need the user to indicate the language of text they entered and the language they want to translate this to. Also, there is a way to predict which language they've entered automatically, but I will come to that method later on. So let's now create two variables. One of them will be fromLang, which will store the original language of the text the user is entering. And the other one will be toLang, which will actually stand for the language the user wants to translate the text to. Okay, now that we captured both the language of the text and the language we translated to, we can get to the next step. So this is the step where we make use of the translators package which we imported. So first, let's create a translation variable which will store ts.google, and this ts stands for the ts we've imported for the translators, and the Google will actually help us use the service of Google Translate. Here we will enter text and the from language, which we've already stored as fromLang. Also the to language, which we've also stored as the toLang. So after we've entered this information to the function, we'll successfully get the translation, and we can now print it as here is the translation. Okay, did I mistake here? Okay, now it works. Also, if you would like to learn more about how to use this translators package and get to know more about their services and their methods, just like this one, I will leave the link of their official documentation in the description below. Now let's check if the program is running successfully. And let's enter the text. This is a translator program. Now the original language of this text is English, so we write ENN, which stands for that. And let's say we want to translate this to Spanish, which is ES. And after the wait, we actually see the Spanish translation of what we just written here. For this program, the user actually had to input both of the languages that they want to translate it from and the language they want to translate it to. However, there's a simpler way of doing this. This is why actually we won't need the fromLang for this case, and instead of specifically giving a value here, we'll just remove this argument because the default values fromLang is already auto, which the translators package will do for us, and they'll automatically try to guess which language the input text is. So let's just run the same program this way, and I will actually just copy this. And we'll now only have to input the language that we translated to, and let's again say Spanish. And as you can see, we are getting the same exact output this way as well. In fact, there's also another way in which you won't even need to specify the toLang, which is the language that we want to translate it to. So the default value of toLang is actually English. And if you have any other preferred language, you can set the toLang here by just going here and just setting it just like this. But for now, it's just English, and let's just keep it like that. Let's copy the Spanish phrase here to actually translate it back to English. And now when we run the program, the only input we're getting will be the text of translation. Now let's just now paste it. And when we run the program, as you can see, the program is not asking for any language inputs. It's just getting the text and translating it to English, doing it all automatically. And here is the correct output. You can customize this simple translation app into any way you want by reading the documentation and learning more about how to use this translators package. And this is pretty much it for this video. The final version of the code is on the screen right now. You can copy it and make use of it in your programs as you wish. So thank you for watching until the end of the video. If you found it helpful, please share and show your support. And I hope to see you in the next video.